So why don't you guys want to file a report for me? A lady sexually harassed me. She came and bumped into me on purpose. They always do that to me in the bathroom and everything. And you've been delaying, huh?
They explain the process. They're telling you how to file
I'm
the
telling you
report.
that you how to file the report. Is that okay
But
with
why
you?
can't you file a report right now? There's a camera that recorded it. She came and bumped into me on purpose. That's my cart over there. And she came and moved close to me and rubbed her body and stuff on me and my property.
But okay, I understand. They're just, but this is how it has to be done. If it would be the same thing if I came up to him and I said,
They can't, no, they have to file a police report. That's a criminal harassment.
No, I know, but they're telling you how to do it.
So that's
That's
the
how you
district
do
that
it.
handles this area.
You're not a police officer. Don't obstruct my justice.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you understand what I said, right? So
Huh?
that's the address for the district that handles this station.
That's on the Canal Street, A, C, or E train. You will take it from here, and you're gonna go and file the report. Okay?
693.
But why can't you give me a police report right here? You saw her. She bumped into me. You saw it.
I never see any bump.
But there's a camera that
I never
recorded
see
it.
any bump. You're the only person who came to me, and you're this is what people tell you.
And you said you heard us.
You've been heard. If you heard, I'm gonna call an ambulance for you.
No, sexually harassing me. She has no right to sexually harass
That's
me.
exactly what I'm telling you.
You know?
How to file the report. I'm telling you how to file the report.
So you don't want to give me a police. I have my ID and everything. You don't want to give
Right.
me.
And I asked for the valid ID, you give me the valid ID, and I'm telling you how to file the report. I'm trying to
So why
explain
can't you
the
file a
process.
report right now for me?
I'm trying to explain the process. You want to file the report? Yeah, you go ahead and file the report.
Yeah, well, I want you to file a report right now.
So you'd have to go to the district of occurrence.
But why are you delaying me though? You're obstructing
I'm not
justice.
delaying you, sir.
I'm a female. Come tell I'm a female.
part of the special operations. I'm in the middle of a joint operation with the nurse from Department of Health, right? I'm listening to you. You come to me. I give you the solution.
Oh, so you're doing mental health check. That's what you're doing right now? Mental
I'm a
health.
part of the outreach service safety task force, sir. I'm
Oh,
working with the nurse
I'm a
right there.
female. And she came to deliberately provoke me. I was in the bathroom also, a lady was using the B word. So I think you guys are trying to set up a false arrest. You guys will be arrested soon. Okay? I'm following.
What are you talking
Okay?
about?
You know,
You
because
asked-
she
you asked for
deliberately
the
tried to
help.
make me angry. You're always trying to make me
Ask for the
angry.
help.
Okay.
I provide you the help.
Okay.
Go and
You
file
guys
the report,
deliberately
okay?
try to set me up to treat me like I'm a maniac. And that the nurse, she bumped into me on purpose. She was a Spanish woman. You have no right to sexually assault me.
So you-
Whether it's Spanish
so
woman,
you wanna
you're
file-
all going to be
you
arrested
wanna
for
file the
covering
report?
up sexual harassment.
You wanna
See
file the
you in
report?
criminal court.
I
No,
give you the-
you're all going to be arrested. See you in criminal court. Okay, so they've been trying to provoke me on purpose. You know, this is the exit I normally take out, and they block this exit. And when I was in the bathroom, so a lady was using the B word. So they just harassed me, and a lady bumped into me on purpose. So this governor Oko said they should be arresting people, making up crimes against them. This governor Oko is out of control. My mother's daughter's violent first friend mental illness on her and killed her in the psych ward while she was having a heart attack at Bellevue Hospital in 2015. So they believe they can kill as many Nigerians as possible. My mother's Nigerian, I'm a Nigerian. So they're harassing me everywhere. I'm exposing this governor Oko for corruption. They said there's money released by Biden administration for immigrants to help them process their asylum papers in New York. They said they gave it to New York. The New York authorities never gave it to the immigrants or to the legal service providers. So a lot of the African immigrants missed their deadline to apply for asylum or something like that. So I'm trying to investigate that case. And now this governor Oko is trying to get me arrested. She said she needs the police to be arresting people that appear to be mentally ill. And this Spanish woman came to me. I was walking close by me. I was reversing. She kept coming by me. I was reversing. She came and still hit me with her body like a sexual way. You know, and the police and the mental health were walking behind her. And you know, and they were just messing with me. I said, "Do you need mental help?" You know, I'm like, why are you all setting me up to make me look like I'm crazy? So they've turned this into a genocidal town where they said they've killed in Colorado, Denver, Colorado, Elijah McClain. They lied on him and said it was crazy, and the police killed him. So it's called being a Karen. And they are using the Karenness to attack Africans. And they believe they can kill many Africans like Diallo. And you can't say nothing. This governor Oko, she needs to be arrested. She's defying a court order from 2013 that the police, Floyd versus City of New York, that the police can't racially profile. There's been a lot of violence in this country. The Columbine school shooting, a lot of school kids shooting people, white kids, shooting their classmates. They don't arrest them in mental homes. You can't just preemptively arrest people because they look black and crazy. This Governor Oko is out of control. She needs to be arrested. There's a court order barring her from doing this. 2013 Brooklyn Federal Court. I'm going to go to Brooklyn Federal Court and get an arrest warrant for her. But I don't know if they're going to allow me to process my case because they may arrest me before then. So she's out of control. I'm going to send this video to the civil rights activists. FIFA don't bring the World Cup here. They're killing Africans here. They defy court order. They believe Trump is going to deport all the Africans and they're going to kill as many as possible. So the police refused to let me file a police report under the guise of seeking crazy people. They're setting people up. So this is the Harrow Square. They were using the pure water on me, the bathroom, somebody threw water all over the floor. As I'm trying to use the bathroom, they're harassing me, they're menacing me. My mother's been killed. A guy called Arizona was trying to help me in my court papers after the police took my home in 2010. I filed the court papers in Brooklyn Federal Court. The receipt number is 13 CV5052. And I recorded Arizona when I gave him the court papers at Bay Street and Victory Boulevard in 2014. Days later, the police went there and choked him dead. And the court case was done behind my back. And they dismissed the charges against the Arizona killer. They didn't let me testify. I was reaching out to people. The lawyers handling Arigona's case, then they were hanging up the phone on me. And they paid the Arigona family money, and that was the end of the case. I'm still stuck on the street. So the international committee to investigate the killing of Africans, or attempted killing of Africans, like my mother, like Diallo, and now me. They've already put me in the psych ward in 2019, as soon as the Arigona's family got a law passed banning chokehold. They chokehold me still and put me in the psych ward in July 2019. So they're trying to set me up. Because, my clothes is torn right now. I applied for welfare and they only give me $100. I don't have $100 is not enough for me to rent an apartment. I told them I was raped on the street and the police wouldn't help me then. And it's very dangerous for me on the street. I've been going to the Brooklyn Welfare Office, the Department of Social Services on Bergen Street, and the Black Americans there make fun of me. And they approved benefits like $3,000 for Black Americans, but I was talking to some of the Black Americans, and they said they got $3,000. But me, they only give me $100 this month. I'm like, I can't rent a hotel room, I can't rent any place, and they're supposed to give me a shelter. Me and my mother used to live in a shelter. They put us in a single shelter, and they were arresting us in that shelter. My mother had to run away. We even told the shelter then that we wanted a family shelter, but they disrespected us as Africans, put us in a single shelter where we didn't have a kitchen. We didn't have our own private bathroom, and we were just being harassed. So me and my mother had to run away from that shelter. Since then, I've been on the street. My mother tried to go to another shelter again. They arrested her, she had to leave. And her daughters, were poisoning her in Pennsylvania, Bolali especially, because she left New York to go stay with them because she couldn't stay on the street. And within a year, her daughters were poisoning her, and she came back to New York with a heart attack. And the daughters went to the hospital, Bellevue Hospital, and told them to lock her up in the psych ward. My mother's daughters are into insurance fraud, and they were just trying to get custody of my mother by force because I was filing a lawsuit, and my mother said they were interested in making money from that lawsuit. Because at that time, I told the court 13 CV5052 to Brooklyn Federal Court. I filed that lawsuit on September 9, 2013. So they said my mother's daughters were monitoring that case, and they believed that case was going to fetch a lot of money for me and my mother, and they wanted to forcibly destroy my mother's health and get guardianship over her. They wanted to put her in comatose position or kill her, so the money for the lawsuits would go to them. Because it was just me and my mother that was included in that lawsuit. Because me and my mother was living in New York, Staten Island, when the police evicted us from our apartment, vacated us without a court order. The daughters lived in Pennsylvania, so they never lived with us. They didn't even know where we lived in New York. We never made same contact with them. Only my mother always talked to those daughters because they were very violent. They beat up a white family they were staying with while they were teenagers in Pennsylvania. So, so they've always been violent to me, to my mother, so I always never communicated with them. So this is what is going on. So they believe I'm an African that can be killed, and this Governor Oko, I'm exposing her for corruption. There's many cases I'm exposing us for. There was a case of some Black Americans in Buffalo, like 2 years ago. There was a snowstorm, and she put the National Guard she's in charge of, she put them in New York City when they needed them in Buffalo to help airlift people that were stuck in the snowstorm. But she kept them in the World Trade Center where those Air National Guard, where those National Guards, state National Guards, they would bother me as I'm trying to use the bathroom. They'll come to the bathroom with me, they were menacing me. I have diarrhea. So they were poking fun at me as a homeless African with diarrhea. and make it scary for me to use the bathroom. They'll come with their guns and stuff, with their weapons in the bathroom, and they were menacing me. So I didn't really know what that was about until there was a snowstorm in Buffalo. And they said many black Americans were stuck in that snowstorm, like a 23-year-old black American nurse was stuck in that snowstorm. And they were all calling 911 to come rescue them. And the 911 was looking for the National Guard, but this governor negligently left this National Guard at the World Trade Center to be bothering me. And she forgot to post them to Buffalo. And like 40 black Americans died in the snowstorm. And she's covering up the investigation, so she should be arrested for murder, not attempted murder. So I have so many dirt on her. So she wants to change the law and said that we should be arresting homeless people like that, put us in psych ward. Under the guise that we're dangerous, we're about to commit a crime. But you can't do that. Even white kids be shooting people, like Columbine school shooting. I was in Africa when that news broke. The whole Africa was shook. It was news break saying, no, America's kids are shooting people dead in their schools. But they don't arrest these white kids and put them in mental wards. America's always been violent. So they need an approach that obeys the law. The prosecutors are lazy. My mother's daughters killed my mother. I've been trying to get the prosecutors to put their daughters in prison. They won't listen to me. I've contacted, I've been bragged. So the prosecutors are not doing their job. There's no way somebody's committing a crime that they should be on the street. The Arizona case also, I was reaching out to the prosecutors. I went to testify. They ignored me and let the Arizona killer walk free. So don't blame your prosecutors being lazy or negligent. That is why so many of these criminals are roaming the streets. They're not properly building cases against them. There's nothing wrong with your laws. Your laws are okay. There's violence everywhere in the world. But don't use that as a guise to start being a Karen and trying to get, so they use Spanish women to rub their body on me, to get me angry. I'm a transsexual. And they keep calling me a male. So they believe they can provoke me to death and kill me and cover it up. They believe this place is going to be a place for killing Africans. So this governor has to be arrested. She's causing commotion. FIFA take the World Cup away from New York in 2026. International Olympic Committee take the Olympics away from America. They are attacking Africans. They've killed my mother, killed my friend Erigona, and their police are watching over sex abuse. A Spanish woman was rubbing her body on me. And those police are here to take away any homeless person that looks crazy in ankles. So they want to make me angry. So please, this is a town that's genocidal. I'm going to contact your embassies again. New York is a dangerous place. They're killing people and covering it up. So this is the Herald Square next to close to a place called the Penn Station, where the soccer fans coming from Canada and Mexico will take the Amtrak. So so they use this place to profile foreigners and abuse us. So I gave them my ID. I just, even they changed the ID system. That no more pictures allowed. So they're carefully trying to hurt me without leaving a trail of evidence. So they don't want nobody to recognize me. I wear a mask. I wear a mask all the time. So they don't want nobody to be able to recognize me. For myself, I wear a mask. So they removed the ID system from the food stamp card. Once I apply for it, they stop putting ID pictures there. So nobody will know who I am. I always wear a mask because of the germs. I get sick with flu, and so I always wear a mask. So they removed because I always use this to buy food, so they don't want nobody to recognize me. So they believe I can be killed and nobody will be able to testify for me, or they'll be able to destroy that witness. You don't know this person. You don't even know what they look like. So why are you so sure this person is a normal person? Because this person always wear a mask. So we know this person is dangerous. We don't even know who this person is. So I believe that they feel they can destroy me as an African. I'm good to kill. So this governor, if anything to happen to me, she and Eric Adams need to be arrested. I reached out to Eric Adams to please help me. So please provide me a hotel room. He was providing a hotel room for black Americans vacated like me. Some black Americans were vacated 2 years ago from their apartments in the Bronx due to a fire. He gave them a hotel room. There's a court order that anybody vacated should be given a hotel room. The Legal Society filed that lawsuit in the 1990s, and there was a settlement agreement. And I was vacated also. They refused to provide me a hotel room. So they're leaving me on the street to be killed and butchered. They believe it's going to be a good killing. So international community, America is performing terrorism on foreigners, and they're covering up killings. They steal our properties. My passport has been stolen. All my travel documents have been stolen. All I have is my torn clothing, and they believe I'm good to be killed. So America's practicing genocide, and they believe nobody can tell them nothing. So this is dangerous. This has to be addressed by international community. So FIFA, international organization, don't bring any work up here. They're going to kill some of these people and they're going to get away with it. They're covering up. Nobody want to snitch. The people on the street don't want to be act as witness. They'll just ignore you. So the lawyers don't help me either. When I approached them, my mother, when she was alive, she approached lawyers. Even my black American friend in Ghana told me, and I told him, no lawyer wants to help me, my mother. I said, just go to court yourself. Say you understand, there's so much racism in this country. So go to court yourself. It's promised to help me, and they killed them right after. He gave me the real, because I was recording him. And days later, the police went and killed them in 2014 for exposing the real thing. He said, don't worry about no lawyer helping you. So you go to court yourself, and I'm going to follow you to court to testify for you that this racism is real in America and you're a victim. The police should have taken you home, and the police would have took him dead, and they were mocking him. And his family collected the money, and they kept quiet ever since. They wouldn't help me. I don't know if they know about me or not, but it's so weird. I can't get no help. So they can't cover this up anymore. There has to be an international investigation to the planned killing of Africans like me, and those that have been killed already, like my mother in Ghana. So Governor Oko, you're in trouble, and you're your police. You can't get away with this anymore. You can't get away with this anymore. I'm going to court to get an arrest warrant for you, Governor Oko. And if you try to kill me before that, you're going to be arrested for obstruction of justice again.